my fellow dorks? It is the Turtle Dork back with a new year-end review video for you. Countdown today. This is the top 10 movie trailers for 2018. So with trailers, the thing that I try to do my rankings based solely on the trailer and not the actual film, because we've seen a lot of movies that have great trailers, but the movies are some shit. So I'm going to try to solely just base this on the actual trailer and the merits of that and how good the actual trailer is. So I'm doing this because, you know, the channel was really kind of built on me kind of doing a lot of these trailer reactions for the last couple of years. And, you know, I'm trying to branch off and do some other stuff as well, but I do want to kind of pay tribute to the actual thing that has kind of built this channel up. So with no further ado, let's get into my top 10 trailers for 2018. Kicking it off with number 10 is the official trailer for Halloween. What I really liked about Halloween is how this is able to kind of pay homage to the legacy of the entire franchise, but at the same time you're retconning all the sequels and taking it back to the original film. And to be able to see Laurie Strode years later and how it's been affecting her, you get to see her family, her daughter, her granddaughter, and then when that trailer kicks in about midway through and you start to hear that classic theme from John Carpenter, it really just kind of brings you back to that feeling that you had from the first film and seeing how it's connecting 40 years later to that original film. I thought this trailer did a great job of really portraying that, and that's what makes it my number 10.
He's waited for this night. He's waited for me. I've waited for him. Get out of the room! Get inside! You don't believe in the boogeyman? He's here! Michael!
At number 9 is a movie called Yardie. This film was Idris Elba's directorial debut. The unfortunate thing about this movie is that it was supposed to have a release date late summer in August, but the movie never came out. Now, I know that it was doing like some festival runs and it may have been released in London or in the UK, but it never had a US theatrical release. And because of this trailer, I've really been trying to track this movie down. I don't know if it's going direct to DVD, Blu-ray, VOD, or whatever the case is, streaming, but it had a really good trailer, and it really got me excited to see what Idris Elba was going to do with his directorial debut, and I'm still waiting. But the great thing I like about this trailer is how it incorporates the music, and this is going to be a running theme on this list, is how music is used and how they change and retrofit the music to really fit the tone and the style of the trailer, and I think they do that perfectly in this trailer, and that's what makes this my number 9.
Me have to deal with. You understand?
Rico, it's going to kill you.
Can't have this nonsense around me.
Could have just gone back to Jamaica.
10 years ago, you killed my brother.
Sometimes a man have to choose his own path.
You can't go on like this.
My number 8 is Mission Impossible Fallout, the official trailer. This one, I swear, it's because of the music. I've had to hear Disco and Mount Doric hum this music for the longest time, and it is pretty catchy. But what I really love about this trailer is the music is one aspect, but the other aspect is just when you get towards the end of the trailer, the succession of stunts that you start to see Tom Cruise doing. And the great thing about Mission Impossible trailers is because he's kind of built up this thing where we expect to see what is the next crazy stunt. How is he going to top himself? So when the trailer hits and it premieres, you're waiting to see what that stunt is going to be. And this trailer shows you the motorcycle, the helicopter, you know, him hitting the truck. It just, and the way it just goes to that beat, you're just, it's exhilarating, it's exciting, and it just shows you that Tom Cruise goes to any length to please his audience, and he succeeds most of the time. So that's my number 8, Mission Impossible Fallout.
So, how is he?
Hell, you know, same old Ethan.
What the hell is he doing?
I find it best not to look.
My number 7 is White Boy Rick. I thought this trailer for White Boy Rick was really, really effective. In all cases, it really made me want to go see this film. The film was decent, the film was okay, but the trailer I thought was really, really effective. And like I said, with the running theme I'm gonna have in this list, and like the previous, my number 9 pick for Yardie, the way it incorporates music, and the way it uses like that 70s disco track to kind of tell the story of this kid and his rise as this drug kingpin and informant, and then how the trailer switches and you see how he brings his father into this, how it affects his family. It's a really, really effective trailer, and it grabs you from that moment when it switches over. So White Boy Rick is my number 7.
Look how we're living. Let's hustle big. I know the players, man, I know the game. Hey, come on, Dad. I can do this. And we can do this.
We can fix our lives and be a family again. What do you say?
My number 6 trailer is the trailer for mid-90s. Now, this is full nostalgic. I mean, you talk about, now I grew up in the 90s. I'm a kid from the, kid of the 80s, teenager of the 90s, but this was definitely the decade where I got into hip-hop music, got into rap, was hanging out with my friends, so a lot of this just felt familiar. To hear the classic Wu-Tang track in it, like I said, when the trailer kicks off, it definitely has that feeling of nostalgia, and then halfway through the trailer, once you start to get into some of the drama of it, and you start to see a little bit more of the dynamics with Stevie and the relationship that he has with his brother and the connection that he's making with these skateboarders, and you see the coming of age story that's going to be told in the actual movie. It's a really, really effective trailer that really engages you, and definitely for those who grew up in the 90s, I think it was already going to be a film that people were definitely going to be intrigued to check out. So yeah, my number 6 is mid-90s.
This is awesome. Never been in a car without someone's mom or dad before.
You're so cute. You're like at the age before guys become dicks.
Oh, fuck! Yo, what the fuck? Oh, shit.
You think you're pretty cool. Your ghetto-ass friends.
You good?
You think you're tough and shit. You're just a little fucking kid.
A lot of the time, we feel like our lives are the worst. But I think if you looked at anybody else's closet, you wouldn't trade your shit for their shit. So let's go.
So number 5 is Won't You Be My Neighbor? Man, you talk about a trailer that gives you all the feels. And I can say for my list, in some way or another, my top 5 have given me the feels in many different types of ways. But this movie, this trailer, so man, it just blindsided me, just totally blindsided me. But the trailer itself, the way the music that's incorporated with the imagery and some of the sound bites and the excerpts that they take out and that you're watching, it just, oh man, the way it's cut together, man, it's almost impossible to watch that trailer and not get choked up. And man, it is so good.
Won't you be my neighbor? Well, I suppose it's an invitation. It's an invitation for somebody to be close to you. The greatest thing that we can do is to help somebody know that they're loved and capable of loving.
Now this goes to my example that when you have a so-so movie but an amazing trailer, it's Aquaman, the final trailer. Now I'm not going to sit up here and shit on the movie because I really did enjoy it. Just not really what I expected. But anyway, it's for another video. But that final trailer, man, again, goes to the music. I'm kind of disappointed they didn't have that music in the movie. That sounded like it could have been a badass theme. Somewhere in the film I thought they could have used that. But man, showing the epicness of that trailer, the way they were able to show like the underwater, the world of Atlantis, the action sequences, the colors, the color palette, everything incorporated in that final trailer, I thought was just absolutely magnificent. And again, it really hits home when you hear that epic music, and they really make a point to make that music the focal point of that trailer, because that is actually what sold the trailer. It sold the hero's journey. It sold the grand nature of this film, and it was just absolutely phenomenal. I thought that final trailer was amazing.
Atlantis has always had a king. Now I need something more.
But what could be greater than a king?
A hero.
So for a long time, this trailer was actually my favorite of the year. It is A Star Is Born. A Star Is Born, they've only had that one trailer, and I saw it repeatedly every time I went to the movie theater. I swear they had this before every movie leading up to the release of this film. But I swear to you, every time I saw that trailer, which is it's not very long. I mean, it may be like a minute and a half, 2 minutes long. But man, the way that plays by showing the relationship between Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga, leading up to her going on stage to perform Shallow, and then the montage of visuals and all the sequence after that, like leading into like that crescendo of that song, and the way that it's all cut together, man, it is just... So my number 2 trailer is Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Now, even with this being my number 2, I still had a decision to make. Did I want it to be the first trailer or the newest trailer that came out? I'm just going to put both of them. I'll show you a clip from the first one, but both of these trailers are just absolutely amazing. But I'm going to focus on the first one, which was released in July for Comic-Con, and then they put it online. Man, that trailer with that classic music, man, it just really portrays these monsters as being like these gods being majestic, and the shots in that trailer, that one shot of Rodan when he flies over and it looks like an atomic blast, just shows you the power of these monsters. And yeah, like I said, the shot of Mothra when she spreads her wings and you see like the glowing lights. I mean, everything about this trailer was about the beauty of these creatures, and you combine that with the music, and then when they bring in some of the action set pieces to that music, dude.
You're a monster. I'm sorry.
Long live the king.
And my #1 favorite trailer for 2018, and it's not because it just came out. You could say that, but I'm looking at all aspects of this. It is Jordan Peele's Us. Us was amazing. Let's get that first part out the way. The music. Using I Got 5 on It by the Loonies, brilliant. The way that music changes throughout the course of that trailer and how he uses that in the horror aspect of it to really creep you out is so freaking effective. But the thing I also love about this trailer is how it allows you to theorize as far as like what is actually going on in the in this actual film. He gives you some things to kind of to kind of bite on, to think about, to question, to possibly come up with your own theories about what's happening in this. And I've heard a lot of think pieces on this already, and that's the great thing about Jordan Peele, especially with his last film, Get Out. And now you're kind of seeing something very, very similar with this film, and it definitely feels like it has that same tone and same vibe from Get Out. So I'm extremely excited for this film, and I'm so glad that it's only about 2.5 months away. But yeah, this was an awesome trailer, and it's only been out for a few days, and I'm a little embarrassed to say how many times I've seen it already. It's amazing. But yeah, that's my #1.
I didn't know if you were lost. Stick with me, and I'll keep you safe.
There's a family in our driveway.
It's probably the neighbors. But y'all scared of a family? Hi, can I help you?
Zora, put your shoes on.
If you want to get crazy, we can get crazy.
So there are my top 10 trailers for 2018. Let me know what some of your favorite trailers of the year, if you have any, if you watch trailers, if you don't, if you see my reactions, if not. But anyway, let's discuss in the comments below. Remember to rate, like, subscribe, and share, and go there and check out my other dorks, at Mouth Dork, at The Disco Dork, at WB Das, and at Sidewalk Siren. And as for me, I am The Turtle Dork, and with that, your boy is out.